Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. Siddaramaiah has resigned as the Chief Minister of Karnataka. The Congress leader visited the Lok Bhavan in Bangalore to submit his resignation. The Karnataka government held a meeting on Thursday morning, and following his meeting, it was confirmed that Siddaramaiah tendered his resignation as the Chief Minister at the Lok Bhavan in Bangalore. Now, while speaking to the media, because immediately after that, just a short while back, Siddaramaiah held a press conference where he thanked the High Command, Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, and Mallikarjun Kharge for giving him the opportunity to serve the state as a chief minister for 2 terms. He further stated that the governor is currently out of town on a schedule. He submitted his resignation to the private secretary, and Karnataka governor is expected to return to the state on Thursday evening. Now, while he was speaking at the press conference, he also further stated that it was time to make way for a new chief minister of the state. He urged that the process be carried out constitutionally. I'm going to quote certain lines which he said. And he said that I believe the constitution is our dharma. Voters are our deities and fans. I got the chance to become chief minister twice and twice to be the leader of the opposition. I thank Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and Mallikarjun Kharge. I joined Congress in 2006. Still, since all Congress leaders, workers, and legislators have shown their love to me, I thank all of them. When I was CM twice from 2013 to 2018 and from 2023 to the present, all colleagues who worked with me gave me their support and love, and I also thank them. Now, what we are hearing is that Siddaramaiah has refused the Rajya Sabha offer. He says that he will continue to serve as the MLA. What reports are also saying that apparently he's declined the national role which was given to him. So, what the reports earlier were that apparently he will become the face of social justice of the Congress party. So, I think that national role has been declined by him, but we'll get a confirmation on that. But this is what the things look like. And now the big questions, what everyone is asking is that minus Siddaramaiah, will Congress weaken or become stronger in Karnataka? Looking at the AHINDA vote base, which he had consolidated. Remember, he was earlier in JDS, then he came out of JDS after he consolidated the AHINDA movement and the politics of the backward, which he was doing. So, will that get affected? And many are also expressing doubt that the Siddaramaiah supporters, of course, are not happy with this decision, and they knew, but this was coming because the High Command had given him a lot of time, and now finally it's time to exit. So there are reports that can the supporters of Siddaramaiah trigger internal rift in the coming days? Remember, the next Karnataka elections are scheduled in 2028. So all these are big questions before the Congress in Karnataka. And how will Siddaramaiah's exit reshape the politics for Congress is also the question which we are asking this evening. Joining me this evening is Kancha Alaya, who's author and Dalit rights activist. Thank you so much, sir, for joining. We have Umapati, senior journalist, joining us from Bangalore. Thank you so much for joining. We have Preeti Nagraj, senior journalist and political commentator. Thank you so much, Preeti, for joining. And let me begin with Preeti. Preeti, what is really happening? Has Siddaramaiah declined the national role which was given to him by the Congress High Command? What does that mean? He's going to remain active in the state politics.
Hi, Nilu. Thank you so much for having this segment and having all of us here. I'm keen on hearing what the other senior commentators are going to say. Their observation matters a lot. But having said that, um, it is not very clear whether Siddaramaiah has like categorically denied or is it a very temporary, refusal to come to national politics. We still don't know. It is an evolving scenario. If he has said that he does not want to come to the center, then I think at a time where we have elections in the next 24 months or less, 20 months to be precise, um, for him to remain in Karnataka and consolidate the Ahinda vote base again for Congress in the favor of Congress would be a very desirable thing to do because, as you mentioned, so I will use this word lateral entry. Siddaramaiah was a lateral entry into Congress. In the 70s, he 70s and 80s, he was the one that that opposed Congress vehemently. Congress or any party that came without root in the South. Um, it was a thing that the South Indian politicians did not like the interference of the so-called high command. It's quite a contradiction or a satire of times that today Congress high command has asked him to step down, not under any charges, but also as a fair play for DK Shivakumar, who has been with the Congress all along. Like Shivakumar has never migrated out of Congress, or I mean, I will try not to color my words with either, with either a sort of a rejection of Siddaramaiah or acceptance of Shivkumar is just a phenomenon we are observing on the ground. That Shivkumar, in his 4.5 decades of public life, has always been with the Congress, starting from
Right.
Youth Congress to now.
Okay, let me come to Umapati now. Umapati, what are you getting to hear from your sources and according to whatever has happened over the past 3 days, and now what we see is the final resignation of Siddaramaiah. What does Siddaramaiah's exit mean for Congress, according to you?
Hi, thanks for having me in Nilo. Uh, Siddaramaiah's exit, it marks uh, a chapter of uh, AHINDA movement in Karnataka, and his exit is going to weaken Congress party to a large extent, unless otherwise it is addressed by Shivkumar and also Congress High Command, which includes Mallikarjun Kharge, who is also from Karnataka. Uh, the way things have happened is that it looks like, it appears that Siddaramaiah is shocked. Initially, he was shocked when he was told, when he was asked to resign by Rahul Gandhi. He never expected it. Though he knew that there was such a formula, he never expected to be asked to resign. He was shocked, and still we can see his last press conference also was very, he choked when he was addressing this press conference a little while ago. Uh, and you were asking Preeti Nagraj about his Delhi offer and why he has rejected it. For the time being, I think we have to wait and see whether he accepts it. I think he should accept it, in my view, because Siddaramaiah has grown, he has outgrown Karnataka. Actually, he's become not only is a mass leader he was in Karnataka, he has gone outside the boundaries of Karnataka. Also, he is known and is a champion of backward classes. So he should not hesitate to accept a national role offered by
No,
by
but
Congress
if
High
you,
Command.
as what the reports Suma say that the supporters of Siddha obviously are aggrieved over the fact that he's stepping down. Now, is there a possibility where you see that the supporters of Siddaramaiah could trigger an internal rift within the party, or you see that that might not happen? Yes, Uma.
That is not going to happen. That will never happen. I am very sure about this. Siddaramaiah has said that he is resigning and he is going to cooperate also. And CLP is going to elect a new leader, which is probably it's going to be most probably it is going to be DK Shivakumar. And Siddaramaiah has accepted, willfully has accepted the writ by High Command, and internal rift is not going to happen anytime soon. If it happens down the line, we can't predict it, but it all depends on how Siddaramaiah handles uh, his constituency, that is Ahinda
Right.
constituency in Karnataka.
Right. Let me go back to Preeti and then I'll come to Kancha. Preeti, what are you hearing as far as the cabinet formation of DK Shivakumar is going to look like? Are there going to be multiple deputy CMs? There are various reports which say that there might be 3 to 4 deputy CMs. All the caste combinations have to be worked. All those formulations will have to be worked out, keeping in mind the 2028 Karnataka election. So, what are you hearing? I mean, how many deputy CMs will we have? Who are those people? And are we going to see a repeat of the present cabinet ministers who are already there in the cabinet, or will the total cabinet change? What are you hearing on that front?
It is very imperative, Neelu, for Shiv Kumar when he's sworn in, or when he's sworn in as the chief minister, and if he's sworn in as the chief minister, as we hear on June 1st will be the swearing in ceremony. And Siddaramaiah, even in his last press conference as the chief minister, or the last press conference for today, he has said he would stand by and fight against the communal forces, as is his, as his conviction has always been. It would be important for yes, we have been hearing about three deputy chief ministers, and as you know, deputy chief minister is not a role that that's a constitutionally carved out role. It is also a cabinet minister's rank. So there are going to be, I mean, we have heard that there are going to be three chief ministers with, three, one being a Muslim, and one being a Dalit, and one being a Lingayat, because these are the communities that need to stand with Congress in order for them to repeat the magic numbers in the upcoming elections. And as far as Shiv Kumar is concerned, Greater Bangalore Authority has been his brainchild and his dream. So he will have to retain at least part of the cabinet that stood with Siddaramaiah, because we are almost into the end of, I mean, probably we'll get about 16 months of him in the chair without even, without even digressing over other roles. So those 16 months are not enough for them to prepare for the next election. The re-strategizing won't work. At the moment, if they have to start from like the point go. However, at this point, it is Siddaramaiah's son is also considered, Dr. Yatindra is also being considered for one of the deputy chief minister's role. Probably that's a way of Congress High Command pacifying the Siddaramaiah supporters and Siddaramaiah himself. And by that, they will be able to hold him in the state, and to his words of continuing to consolidate against communal forces, and also stay loyal with the Congress, because like Deve Gowda, we have Siddaramaiah, who's a 24/7 politician. But one might prefer to like Deve Gowda, or to like Siddaramaiah. We know that in Karnataka we have these politicians, and like Umapati said, it is an amazing growth that Siddaramaiah has seen in the last 2 terms as chief minister, and even in the run up to the chief minister, that is seen as a federal face. I mean, as a face that speaks for the federal system. Today, we don't have too many ministers and politicians who will speak that language. So yes, I mean, DK Shivakumar's cabinet may have like a lot of fresh faces, but it will be imperative for them to keep Siddaramaiah in the good books and retain some of the people he picked to execute certain cabinets.
To Kancha sir now, finally, with that question, Kancha sir, that he was a champion of the Ahinda politics. Now, with Siddha's exit, do you see the Ahinda politics, or the politics of Ahinda, getting weakened in any way? And how will it impact the prospects of Congress?
No, Neelu, you have to compare Siddaramaiah's resignation after having a detailed discussion with the Congress High Command with that of Yediyurappa's exit in the midst of his term when BJP was in power. he was unwilling, and the BJP, while being in power at Delhi, was struggling to really uh, put him out and put another chief minister, and finally, after a lot of tussle. But here, though it was said to be that between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, this term was supposed to be 2.5 years and 2.5 years. But it was true that given Siddaramaiah's stature and his popularity within the Karnataka political spectrum and among masses, and also within legislative body of Karnataka, there were more people saying that let Siddaramaiah continue for Congress coming back to power. That was the situation. But finally, I think they convinced him that given the general understanding after they won the election, you have to resign and take the national role. Now, my view, Nilu, is after Kargeji, who has played a very significant role as president of Congress, though at that age he is becoming too old. I think if Siddaramaiah accepts to move to Delhi, and if Congress makes him the president next to Kargeji, I think that will galvanize lot of forces from backward classes, and is equally popular among Dalits. Not that he is anti-Dalit or anti-tribal, and Muslims have a different equation with him in Karnataka as well as understanding-wise outside. So my feeling is
Made a very
he goes
important
out.
point. You made a very important point, which apparently nobody has discussed so far. You were saying that since he has a good hold on the politics of the backwards, he might be a fit case for being the president because Mr. Kharge's tenure is coming to an end.
Now, that is what I was thinking. And though there is a caveat here, if you look at his life, whether outside the Congress as a socialist and with Devagowda's party or so on, or on his own movement of AHINDA, he was never in Delhi as a parliamentarian. He would have won parliament ticket any time. He didn't go there. He remained within Karnataka. But he is a national figure in spite of that, though he was not in the parliament. And his way of speaking, communicating about the secularism and a rationalist, a socialist of Lohiya order, will definitely change the national scenario as a president of the Congress.
Right.
I would say he should accept, and he should definitely have a role in Karnataka politics as president of the National Congress Party
No,
to
but also
retain.
there could be a possibility, Kancha sir, that apparently the High Command must have given him some sort of an assurance. And since you are saying that he could be a fit case for being the next Congress president, maybe that this option could have come to the mind of the High Command as well. And apparently that's why he's declined the national role for now. He must have thought, and it's just a speculation, and I'm going by what you exactly said. So he might have just declined the offer for the time being so that he can concentrate his focus on the Karnataka elections in 2028. By that time, Mr. Kharge's tenure would be over, and then apparently he would accept if this is a proposition.
Yeah, it is. It is possible. See, if you remember 2 days back, when the whole rumors were all over that when they were in Delhi, Siddaramaiah is going to resign, Shivkumar will take over, so on and so forth. Congress office, Venugopal addressed a press conference. We have just discussed about the forthcoming MLA and MP Rajya Sabha issue, not so much, but ultimately politically, what went in inside the boardroom is a different thing. That he is resigning. And inside boardroom, what Rahul and there is a small problem there. Karge is the senior person from the same state. He's from Dalit background, and Siddaramaiah is a top leader from OBCs, and they are engaging with each other. But at this stage, when he is right there as president, Congress party, either Rahul or Sonia or anybody would not say you would be the next president. That's very difficult, right? Because Karge is there, and
No,
it
but he
would
still,
certainly.
but the high
uh,
command, what stops the high command from giving him at least certain feelers, some sort of
yeah,
indirect reassurance?
no. If I could read Rahul's mind, when the suggestion that you should become a Rajya Sabha member and come to Delhi,
Hmm.
the ultimate idea would be perhaps that.
Right.
See, there were rumors in Delhi that there should be an young OBC president now, and Sachin Pilot's name was circulating around, and Bhagel's name was circulating around. But Neelu, remember, Congress is stronger in South than in North now, and its base has increased because of Kerala election and its role in Tamil Nadu. Right? If they retain South and Telangana is in their hands, and Andhra Pradesh and other regions, including Maharashtra, needs to be reworked based on caste. Remember, it was Rahul Gandhi who fought for caste census, and it was Rahul Gandhi who asked Siddaramaiah to do caste census again, and the consensus are finalized. They have been done. They are being computed now,
Yes.
and hopefully, Shivkumar, if he becomes chief minister, hopefully because of the disagreement of Lingayat and Vokkaligas, he would stop that process, because Rahul Gandhi has got it done in Telangana, and I was the vice chairman of the independent expert committee. We have brought out a unparalleled report of 242 castes with composite index of each caste, and the report, recently I met Siddaramaiah, I gave him copies and asked him to follow the same process you also here. He agreed, and hopefully Shivkumar is also a sensible politician, and he is capable of maneuvering. I hope both of them go well, and his supporters would support Shivkumar, and gradually he would take over the national party president role, and that
Right.
would be best for Congress and best for nation.
Right. But one quick question, and then I'll take the concluding comments from Preeti and Uma. Kancha sir, now with Siddaramaiah's exit uh, from the chief minister's post, what happens to the Ahinda politics in Karnataka? Where do you see the Congress getting weakened, or do you see the Congress now getting stronger with DKS as the chief minister?
No, Neelu, the fact is Siddaramaiah is old enough now to retire either this year or after 2 years, 3 years. He can't travel as he did every constituency in future. But if he is a Congress president, even if he is at Delhi, his appeal in Karnataka doesn't come down. And in fact, the younger generations of his Ahinda constituency will be more enthused to see that their leader. See, remember, there was no effective OBC president for Congress after Sitaram Kesari. And before Sonia Gandhi became, he was president. And there was no OBC president for Congress party. Congress party has committed that blunder of not putting an OBC president after Mandal movement. And Siddaramaiah is a strong Mandalite. And his appeal across the country for Mandal constituency will weaken Narendra Modi, who claims that he is an OBC, but he was an anti-Mandalite. He was, pro Radha Yatra, organizing it, doing everything against OBC, politics, and claims OBC. Siddaramaiah, one sentence in Parliament will finish Narendra Modi. You understand that?
Yeah.
And
All right.
Siddaramaiah should see his last leg role at that level to fight. You see, fighting communalism within Karnataka is not going to enthuse the whole nation. The man has a role now, even when he is
No, no. If
78.
you are saying that he could compete with Prime Minister Modi, so do you also see Siddaramaiah as a prime ministerial material if Congress comes to power?
Very much. I mean, if
All right.
85 years old Morarji Desai could become prime minister, and then Manmohan Singh served so long, and Siddaramaiah can serve as prime minister for some time, because I see Congress future only by making a strong, capable OBC leader as prime minister candidate.
Right.
Given the talk on Gandhi family and the
Right.
kind of attack that they are making, if one more prime minister is going to come from that family, it will strengthen the attack of BJP. If Congress proposes an OBC prime minister from South, and
Right.
Siddaramaiah is not going to be a stooge to anybody. He is a capable leader. He can handle anybody with respect and also autonomy.
Right. So you given two big news points as far as the projections are concerned, that Siddaramaiah is a fit case to be the next Congress president, and why he's also fit to compete with Prime Minister Modi for the Prime Minister's chair. Well, I mean, there's still time for that, but since it's coming from Kancha Ilaya, one has to really start thinking as to if this could be a possibility. I'll take the concluding comments now from Uma and Preeti. Preeti, coming to you first, what would you really say to this power transition in Karnataka?
I think it is much to BJP's disappointment. It has been a smooth process, and though Siddaramaiah was shocked at the beginning, I don't think he wasn't not expecting it. In the last 1 month, because I live in Mysore, I have seen in the last 6 weeks or so, I have seen him frequenting Mysore quite a bit, and sometimes
Right.
attending too many events in Mysore. So that actually made me think whether he was thinking that his CM tenure is coming to an end. I think he had sensed it, and even then, when a man is asked to leave the chair, his reaction has been that he was shocked. He's a great leader, all right. But I think as a person that consolidated AHINDA movement, his role in Karnataka and Indian politics is much larger. So the transition is another opportunity for Siddaramaiah, without our speculation of when does DK Shivakumar sit in the chair, and women will talk about it when it happens. But I would see this as a huge opportunity for Siddaramaiah to step out of what is
Right.
binding him as a frame, and
Right.
and become a larger leader.
Absolutely.
Till now there was speculation that he might sit in the chair, and now he has sat in the chair for almost 2 terms. Now I think he's bigger than the chair.
Right. All
So
right.
it's one of those opportunities that he can grow into a
Right.
pan South leader or even pan India leader.
Right. All right. Uma, your concluding thoughts on this power transition in Karnataka, what it looks like, Congress will become stronger or weaker?
I
Very
can't
briefly.
agree more. I can't agree more with my co-panelists actually. And Siddaramaiah needs much. He deserves much larger political canvas than Karnataka, and Karnataka is going to lose him. But for the time being, it looks like AHINDA movement is going to be diluted or weakened. But as I already said, it is a responsibility of other leaders and high command to see to it that it won't happen. So Siddaramaiah's he says constitution is his religion. Uh, the Congress has to deconstruct. That is what the need of the time is. Congress has to deconstruct itself. The demand of the time. So, as part of deconstruction of Congress, uh, Siddaramaiah has to be moved to the national level, and probably, as Mr. Kancha Ilaya said, that is going to be he is going to be an asset to Congress, and he roars like mass leader.
Yeah.
He's a yeah. I have not heard the kind of roar he has, and that roar is needed in the national level when other you countries face in looking at mockery of leadership. Actually, he is a genuine leader, and the Congress cannot waste him. Congress
Right.
has to take him, and he can't be wasted for keeping him in Karnataka.
No, Neelu, just one word.
Right. Yes, sir. Very briefly, yeah. Boli.
See, after Devraj, Siddaramaiah is the longest serving chief minister now,
Yes.
right? 8 years and more he served. Secondly, he was the only chief minister in the country who presented 18 financial bills, 18 financial bills in the state. Wherever he was a finance minister. I mean, a man should not expect more than that in a state, in a small corner. If Siddaramaiah also has a national aspect and vision, if I happen to meet him again, I will tell him straight away, please go to Delhi. And if I happen to talk to Rahulji, if there is any scope, I'll also tell him that take straight away him and after Karge, he has become too old now, and make him the president of the party. He will definitely teach a lesson to Narendra Modi, who just claimed OBC status somewhere suddenly like that. Siddaramaiah is not like that. A born OBC leader, and in fact, he taught politics to Loya on caste question. So that is the kind of man that Congress has in its fold now as a committed man, experienced man. I think that transition would really help both Karnataka and the nation and the Congress.
Yes.
I'm sure what you
Wonderful
have said,
words.
yeah, but what you have said, I'm sure it's going to be a song for Congress. But will Congress heed your advice? Will they take into consideration what you have said? And will Siddha also listen to this program where you have said that he's a fit case to compete with Prime Minister Modi and also for the Congress's president post is all something now which has to be keenly watched out for. Wonderful discussion there with all of you. Thank you so much, Professor Kancha, Preeti, Uma. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.